like a bird. You keep the commandments, don't know what you heard. Pull out them scripts like I'm a director. I stay with my sword, I'm ready whenever. It's the end of the world.
We are in, you talking about who our organization is, or you want to know who you are in the Bible?
Both.
All right. First of all, we Israel United in Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Our organization was started in 2003 by Bishop Nathaniel, General Bishop Nathaniel.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and what we teach is who we are in the Bible, our true identity. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, what would you say your nationality is?
I would say my nationality is American.
American.
Yeah.
America was named after a white man named Amerigo Vespucci.
That's right.
Very true.
So, do you descend from a white man?
No, I do not.
Bring it out. So how can you be American?
By where I'm geographically located.
You know what I'm saying? But just because you're geographically located here doesn't make you the name of the place. Like people that come from China, they come to America, they don't say I'm American.
And I understand that and I get that because I do not know for certain my origins.
Right.
I do not know for certain where I was geographically located prior to being here.
Where did your ancestors come from?
I'm going to make the assumption Africa, but I think we come from more than one area.
Right. I mean, yeah, we were scattered all over Africa, but we migrated into those places. I'm finna show you right quick. First off, because y'all sisters, y'all wanted to know who this was, right? Who is this?
I don't know who that white man is.
Okay, who is that? Jesus, that's what we was taught, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get this for them sisters right quick, then I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
I'm gonna show all y'all who we are, where we come from, all of that. Read that.
Bring it out.
The book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So this is talking about Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Look at these two signs. Which one of them got white woolly hair? All right, read on.
As white as snow.
Uh-huh.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
He said his eyes was red like fire. Which one? That's red right there, right? Read.
And his feet
Now he looked at his feet like I'm looking at your feet. Listen what he says.
like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? Brown, right? Read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
If you burn anything, what color is going to turn? Black.
That's right.
So if Jesus' feet was black, what color was his legs? What color was his face? So what color was Jesus?
Black.
That's right.
Jesus Christ is a black man.
That's
See
right.
that? Now, were you familiar with Moses? Y'all heard about Moses? Moses led the children of Israel out of Egypt, right? So what were they doing in Egypt? They were slaves, right? So when they got out of Egypt and got to the wilderness, this is what Moses told the children of Israel. Read that, 28 and 15. This is what Moses told the children of Israel in the wilderness.
Bring it out.
Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass,
In the future,
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Moses told the Israelites, curses is going to come up on y'all if y'all don't keep these commandments. Verse 46. Now listen what he says specific about these curses.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee.
And they, meaning these curses, are going to be up on you for what?
For a sign.
What does a sign do? It's an identifying marker, right? So Moses told the Israelites these curses are going to be up on y'all for a sign, read.
And for a wonder. And upon thy seed forever.
And upon your children forever. Meaning all the way up until today, you can read these curses because they're a sign and identify who the children of Israel are, right? So let's look at some of these curses and see who fit them. Verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Moses said, y'all gonna be cursed in the city. When you go to any city in America, better yet in the planet Earth, and you go to the hood, the ghetto, the red line areas, what race of people predominantly live there? Black, right? Who else?
And people of color, marginalized
right.
people.
Read, right? So he said the Israelites was going to be cursed in the city. Read.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
Who was cursed in the fields through all out America? You know what I'm saying? Haiti, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, Cuba. You know what I'm saying? Our people, right? But mind you, Moses talking to the Israelites. He said, y'all gonna be cursed in the field. Right? Read verse 32.
Verse 32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
He said, your sons and daughters gonna be given to another race of people. And he talking about slavery. This is how we know. Watch, read on.
And thine eyes shall look and fare with longing for them all the day long.
He said, because you just gonna be crying all day. You ever saw that movie Roots? When they took Kizzy baby away from her, what Kizzy do all day? Cried all day. He said, you just gonna be crying all day. Read.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
And he said, it ain't gonna be nothing you can do about it.
And there was nothing we could do.
It was nothing we can do, right? Mind you, Moses talking to the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Verse 68.
Verse 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
They had just left Egypt, right? Moses parted the Red Sea. They had just walked out of Egypt. Now he telling the Lord gonna bring y'all back into Egypt again. What you think the first thing they thought about? We gonna go back into what? Because what were they doing in Egypt?
I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was thinking of something else. Question-wise. Repeat your question again. Please.
What were the children of Israel doing in Egypt?
They were enslaved.
They were slaves. So read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So now Moses just said, y'all gonna go back into Egypt again. What you think the first thing they thought? We're gonna go back into what? Slavery. He said the Lord gonna bring you into slavery again. How?
With ships.
How did our ancestors get to America?
In ships.
Huh?
In ships.
What kind of ships?
Slave ships.
Slave ships, right? Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Uh-huh.
thou shalt see it no more again.
He said you ain't gonna see your land no more again. Have we ever seen our homeland since they brought our ancestors here?
No.
No.
I mean, I have, but no.
You know what I'm saying? What? I'm talking about as a nation.
As a
of
nation
people.
now.
Watch this, read.
And there you shall
He
be.
said, and there, when y'all get off them slave ships,
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
what was the first thing they did when they took us off them ships? They sold us.
So I
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Yes, I'm going to interject to ask a question. So, does this justify our enslavement here in America?
Does it justify? Oh, yeah.
Because that's what they use.
Yeah.
They say that we were supposed to be enslaved
Right, because why? Why did we go into slavery?
because we fell up under the curse.
Right, and why did we get the curse?
So, now that's my next question. The documentation that was used, what Bible?
King
What version?
James.
So, why does King James have a version?
Huh?
Why does King James have a version?
Because the Lord put it on his spirit to translate the Bible from Hebrew to English, because it was already prophesied that we was going to get Deuteronomy 28:64.
Well,
It was already
I don't agree with that.
it was already prophesied that we was going to be scattered all over the earth in slavery.
I don't agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64.
Read.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
He said the Lord, y'all, one of the curses was the Lord going to scatter you among all people. Read.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
Eat from one end of the earth to the other. Wherever you go on this planet, you're going to find our people. And every place you go, they're going to be able to tell you how they got there with slavery.
That's true. But we are the origin. I don't agree with the King James Version because King James did not convert that in the spirit of the Lord. He converted it so he could convert
Actually,
Christianity because he was practicing Catholicism.
No, King James wasn't.
He
No,
was
he
practicing.
wasn't.
I did a whole report. He was practicing.
That's what you learned. I bet you thought he was a white man too, right?
No, I knew King James was a
All
white
right.
man
He
because
was
he was
black.
a descendant of Charlotte. So
No,
I
he
knew
was
he
a
was
descendant of who?
of Charlotte.
Who?
Of Queen Charlotte. So I knew he wasn't.
No, he was a descendant of Haiti.
But still, he did not take that into the
Actually, he didn't translate it. He had translators.
He had translators.
You know what I'm saying? He just authorized
He
it.
just authorized it.
Right.
It was
So-
put on his spirit to authorize it.
Right, because the Bible was read only by the popes.
Well,
And
I'm
what
gonna
King
further read
and
on.
what King James did, let me explain it to you.
Well,
What King James did was he what King James did was he authorized it because he wanted everybody to be able to read the Bible for themselves and not just the popes read the Bible to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he did it. But back to what the Bible says. According to the Bible, what did the Bible say who we are? Wait, I'm just saying, according to the curses, you stood here and let me read all these curses.
And now you won't even listen to a rebuttal, or you won't even listen to a reply. So at this
I am
point,
listening to
we
you,
are no
but I
longer
just want to know who
we
we are according to the Bible.
Well, I'm going to find out, and I've got your company.
All right, give me Hosea 4:1.
Okay. We're no
You know what
longer
I'm
in
saying?
communication
Man, I'll
mode.
tell
You're
you
not
what,
listening.
our people are bugged out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Read that.
Right there is why I'm walking
You know what I'm saying? That's fine, sis.
That's right
Read
there.
that.
I'm walking away. But
Yeah.
I will contact someone else who is able to communicate.
Hosea chapter
I
4.
don't say, read that.
Chapter 4, verse 1.
Read.
Hear the word of the Lord.
4 and 6.
4, verse 6.
Read.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
On the fire, okay.
Destroyed. You know what I'm saying? The sister came and stood right here and let me read all the curses to her. And before she say that we the Israelites, she don't want to listen no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem with our people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, it's always the black woman.
Bring it out.
If it's left up to the black woman, we'll be in the cotton fields right now.
Right.
Still picking cotton. That's what we'll be at. You know what I'm saying? That's sad. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
And that's why we reject it as a people. Because our people don't want to hear what God got to say. You know what I'm saying? The sister come up here with her own mind and her own images in her head. And then when they get cast down, she stand here and then don't want to hear the Bible no more.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example.